Well, it's a big challenge for this man, James Manson. He's up against the Brownlow medalist and a great player in wide. Let's see who wins the opening tap. Manson may get another bat at it. He does. He has a couple. Guard gets it away quickly to Seacamp. The Lions go down towards the half-forward line, and a good mark taken on the chest by ALASTAIR Lynch.
Well, it's a difficult, really difficult proposition whether to play him at full-back or full-forward. But Mark Zanotti now, of course, picked up in the draft. He's playing at full-back on Danny Delray.
From 45 metres, Lynch looking to give the Lions a flying start. He's done it. One straight, the Dogs yet to score.
Couple of kicks and a goal. Great start for the Lions. Wynd goes up and thumps it down towards centre half forward for the Bulldogs. Broderick. Seacamp. This is Morris. Chips it out wide. Ruse, left half back. Bright sunny day. Drives it around the outer side. Push in the back perhaps. Yes. Called against KOLYNIUK out there. McCarthy to take the kick. He's on the wing. He goes down towards half forward. Out comes Lynch. Wynd, as he so often does, gets back and fills that hole in front of the leading full forward. Claims the mark. Plays on immediately. Releasing Mansfield, who kicks it towards the grandstand side. Good mark behind by Croft. Showed the superior judgment. Outnumbered 2-1, but he brought it down. Croft inside the centre square. Lazy kick. Elliott on his chest. This is Ruse again. Sweeping across half back. Terrible kick. Straight to Croft.
You must go for a bit of distance this time, surely, Dennis.
Croft from the defensive side of centre wing. Coleman was a target. Got a hand to it. There's some holding on going there, and it's going the way of the Footscray big man. Quickly on to Steve McPherson. McPherson long towards Delray. With him is Zanotti. Thought about rushing it over the line, but he's going to have time to steady. Get it away to Matty Armstrong, and Armstrong will clear with a bounce through half back. Runs his full distance. Up over centre wing he goes. No one able to take the mark. It spills over the back. The Bulldogs have the numbers, but it's socket off the ground. The Lions go forward once again, in towards full forward, but off target. And one behind only is Jeremy Guard. Sent them flying into attack. Jason Baldwin on the left of the Fitzroy interchange bench. As Wynd says, over here. He got a hand to it. Advantage is paid for the Dogs. Coleman again. Hawkins couldn't take it. Croft belts it clear. On towards McPherson. May need help. He does. Back to Liberatore. Claimed by Dundas, but he gets his kick down to full forward. Zanotti gets a bad bounce. Delray is there. Zanotti still going through. Gets the hand pass away to Caven. The Lions should get out of trouble. Stevens on the back pocket. Soggers at 10 or 15 metres. Caven is also there. Wallace tries to take him out. Stevens again caught. The whistle is sounded. Peter Cameron comes in and says the Dogs will have the football on the right half forward flank.
Played it for a throw against Caven.
Still haven't scored, Footscray. Liberatore gets Dundas. The ball spills free. Atkins floats it wide to Wallace. Wallace's hand pass finds KOLYNIUK, who floats it up in the air towards the 50-metre line. Gale from behind. Is this the new Fitzroy look, the ponytail? Is this something James Manson has brought to the club, Bernie Quinlan?
I think Michael Gale started that, Sandy. He had that last year.
Club barber is destitute. This is KOLYNIUK hard against the boundary line. Pulls it back towards the pocket. Zanotti worked out of it by Delray. Morris left it behind. Delray had it, then lost it. Scrambled across the line by Broderick, and it will be thrown in. As we said at the outset, this is the sort of game these teams have to win if they're to make the finals, and it's being played accordingly. Aggressive start. 1-1 to no score. There's the time remaining. Manson works his way in front. Coleman got a hand to it. Liberatore, great evasion, settles, goes goalward, deserving of a goal, and he's got it. A point the difference.
A point the difference here at Princes Park as Wynd tries to get Footscray through once again. It's McPherson. Threads his way through some heavy traffic. Kicks over the body. Out wide towards the centre wing. First to it is Mansfield. Caught. Looks around at the umpire. Steve Wallace is there, coming in late to try and assist. Guard working hard for Fitzroy. Stevens could have gone for kicking in danger.
Good tackle over there also, Sandy, by Jeremy Guard on Matthew Mansfield.
Started well.
He had a chance to kick on his right foot, tried to get back on his natural kicking foot and was claimed.
Tui to the 50-metre line. Coleman there. Caven also over the line. And a throw in on the outer side. Should be a very, very tight contest, this one all day. Caven comes over the top. McPherson waited at the back. Gale went in strongly. Up towards Stevens and Tui. Bernard Tui had the better on that occasion. Atkins gets it away once again. The Dogs trying to pump it forward for their second goal. Wine, flick over the back. Ruse at the bottom. Trying to lock it up. Wine comes in over the top of him. Atkins is there. It'll be a free kick to the Lions skipper. Paul Ruse takes it from half-back with a hand pass.
To Wynd, towards half-forward, the leading McCarthy. Unkind bounce. Krediuk gets back. Hunter, across half-back, uses the ball brilliantly. Croft wants to go. Bounces to his feet. Kicks it across his body. 3-on-1 down there. They all stood down the Lions. They were lucky that time. Delray dropped the mark. Zanotti gets back. And Ruse takes it across the line. Scores are level.
Well, the sun may have been a factor there, Dennis. Although it didn't really seem to affect Delray. He was the only player that went for it. The three Fitzroy defenders opting to stay down.
Ryan Ewers wait. There goes Ruse towards the outer side off hands. Coleman slaps it out wide. Well played. This is Wallace. Wallace forward of half forward. Delray on the stretch. He couldn't rake it in. Out of bounds off his body and will be thrown in about 30 metres from goal. Delray barks the instructions. Boundary throw in. Coleman works his way in front. Then Manson in turn. Caven came over the top. Broderick knocks it towards the boundary line. Found it behind him. Well done. Stood up in the tackle. Gale is dragged down by Liberatore. McPherson emerges with the ball. He's on the 50. Across his body. It bounces to the pocket. In very leisurely fashion, Zanotti, stationary, gave it across to Dundas. He kicks towards the members' side. Elliott, close to the boundary line. No support. He boots it down towards the vacant wing. Now we've got a foot race. Coming up is young Dunstan. And he pushes the ball across the boundary line. It will be thrown in.
He knows what it's like to be a hero, young Dunstan. He's got to put his last game behind him. Get on with the business. Off the head of Brett Stevens, that appeared to come. Croft almost spooned it out to Atkins, but he takes it in front of Cameron. He's a very exciting young player. In towards Delray and Zanotti. Oh, it's going to bounce through. Leon Cameron gets his first, and the Dogs hit back. 6 points the margin, favouring the Bulldogs after Fitzroy scored the first goal in the opening minutes. Jimmy Wynd at the bottom of the pack. He couldn't take it. A chance for Dundas. Now Fitzroy to go forward. This is Broderick in towards full forward. Through the pack. Stevens could soccer off the ground. No, he's got time to pick it up, but he can't get it back far enough. And one behind is the result. Brett Stevens playing his 126th game. He's one of the game's great nomads, Bernie, is he not?
Yes, he's been at about 6 clubs, I think, before Fitzroy. He's had a few goes over in the West, but he's been a real good performer for the Lions.
Reynolds looking for Wine. He's got Wallace there, lending very good support. Through the middle goes Atkins. Footscray look dangerous as they head towards Delray. With him is Zanotti, and it's the latter who's the first to recover. Zanotti's away, and the Lions out of trouble to the outer side. Marcus Seacamp.
Seacamp towards the wing, intended for McCarthy. Gathers it well to Wine. Sweeping hand pass. This is Dundas. Dundas left half forward, centering kick. Here comes Satori. Fisted away by Stanfield. It falls at their feet. Lynch gets it across to Dunstan. He's dragged off it. Elliott goes off the ground. Open goal. Well, half a chance for the Lions. It went begging. Pushed in the back was Hunter. No free kick. And we've got a whistle.
Well, it just wouldn't sit for him, Dennis. On that occasion, the Fitzroy player running into looked like an almost certain goal.
He was going quicker than the ball. He overtook it. So a bounce in the pocket. Satori's in front. WYND comes in from the angle, thumps it towards the boundary. Reynolds' kick out towards half-back gives Elliott another opportunity from the 50. Elliott slides it across the face. Back goes Lynch. He's surrounded, outnumbered. A defiant fist from a Footscray defender. And it's through for a minor score. The margin is 4 points. Reynolds to bring it in, the second man taken in the 1990 March draft, selected behind David Cloak. Looking for alternatives. He goes towards the outer side. That's a good-looking kick. From behind, Stanfield got hands to it. Fitzroy lead in the race. No, they don't. Wallace did well, showed pace, knocked it around the boundary. WYND is there, confronted by the man from Fish Creek, and we've got a throw in.
Barry Stanfield. Jimmy WYND approaching a milestone. He can stay fit over the next 3 weeks. Notch his century. What do you think, Bernie? Fair enough or a little harsh?
Well, a tough decision, but the umpire, as long as they're consistent with that one, Sandy, that's the main thing we require in this game.
The margin at the moment is 4 points, and it favours Footscray. Mansfield goes over the centre. McPherson, Atkins, Liberatore scouting, loses it, but look at him burrow in there once again. The cry by the Lion players goes up for ball, but that cry is not heeded by Peter Cameron. He's coming to have a few words with Marcus Seacamp. So a bounce just in Footscray's attacking zone. WYND used the body, but used it illegally, said Peter Cameron. So the part-time guitarist, James Manson, to get the Lions out of trouble. I wonder if he went to Footscray, Bernie, he'd work on his kicking style at all. Coleman is clear, 55 metres out. Glenn Coleman heads for home. It's going to drop short and is taken over the line for one behind.
He found a lot of space there, Glenn Coleman, playing a slightly different role today. Used more as a forward pocket. Matthew Croft playing at centre-half forward and being picked up by Paul Roos. And Marcus Seacamp, the player with the job on picking up Glenn Coleman.
Peter Caven to bring it back into play. 5 points the margin, favouring Footscray. The left footer heads to the outer side. A beautiful looking kick. Coleman beaten on this occasion by Paul Roos. Does it well off to Gale.
He's in trouble and dragged down. Guess who? Liberatore. Great tackle.
That's one thing. Don't try to take Tony Liberatore on. He's the best tackler in the business.
Best chance to step over it. There goes the kick inside the 50. Croft was up, dropped it. Seacamp gets back, surrounded by teammates. He boots it out wide. Close to the boundary line. Now Hunter will be the first to arrive. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. It's around Dunstan. Now he settles on the wing and pumps it back in. Fitzroy favoured by the kick, and Roos, who's doing very nicely, goes up, claims the mark, plays on immediately. Releasing Zanotti across full back. Caven is breaking for him. He wants a longer kick. It's not on. Now he's run into trouble. He makes it awkward for his teammates on occasions. Stevens to WYND. That was all as a result of the run out of defence. Now they got out of it. Seacamp has the ball. Now he's dragged down. Scrambles a kick towards half forward. WYND dashing through. Thumps it away. Kellett did nicely. Hunter dragged off it. Elliott against the flow. Chips it short. Satori in front. Over the top. KOLYNIUK. There's a whistle. And it's going to be a free kick to Stanfield against I fancy McCarthy.
Probably wasn't a great option there from Elliott. Going for a short pass with the player right on the tail of the leading forward.
Zanotti makes it hard, though, doesn't he, when he doesn't release the ball. He ran too far that time, and the players who committed to the lead early were out of position. Here's Roos, doing very nicely.
They really must just about tag Paul Roos. Matthew Croft, the player on him, only a young player, but he really must play a lot closer to Paul Roos.
Reynolds did well, fisted it towards the boundary line. Some indecision. Tui was pushed in the back. Advantage is paid. Liberatore comes away. Gale from behind. Hard on Kellett. And he thumps it out of bounds. It'll be thrown in.
Been a good tight first quarter here at Princes Park. WYND shielding himself from the sun, was able to pluck it out of the air. Pick up towards centre wing. And Manson stood his ground as the galloping herds came down on him. Seacamp caught, but the ball spills free. Back towards Seacamp once again. At the bottom is Keller. Advantage is played. Peter Cameron did blow the whistle, but GALE has it. On he goes to Manson. Manson over the top towards Stevens. He's caught by Liberatore. Ball spills free. Play on the call. Tui off to Cameron. Cameron back towards the centre half back. And this time the Bulldogs settling it down just a little. Mansfield has it.
It gives you a real warm feeling watching Tony Liberatore, the way he tackles. It's unbelievable.
Mansfield's kick to half forward. Ruse has it taken out of his hands. Bursting his way through solidly was Broderick. Has lost the football. Regains it. It's going to be his teammate who's going to take a free kick in Paul Morris from half back. He's got GALE to centre wing. Now Manson. Centering kick in towards half forward. Oh, WYND. Big man just stands his ground. And the Dogs hold up yet another promising attack. Tui goes back towards centre wing, and the mark taken by Nigel Keller.
He plays on. Brilliant smother there by Elliott. This is Stevens to Manson, who's been busy. He's looking for McCarthy, who props in front. Got hands to it, couldn't hang on. KOLYNIUK's hand pass, straight up in the air, it comes back to him. He's dragged off it. This is WYND on his knees to guard, who snaps Goldwood. He's off target, a minor score.
Great pressure by the Fitzroy players, both in tackling. Great smother there by Jamie Elliott, saved about 100 metres.
KOLYNIUK at right half back. What could be better? Glorious day. Terrific game so far and a long weekend. As the ball comes down towards the wing, Croft couldn't hang on. This is Armstrong, sold himself into trouble. Wallace to Atkins, brilliantly done. This is McPherson, down towards right half forward on the lead. Hawkins, juggled attempt, play on is the call. Rightly so. Morris comes away, and Zanotti will run it out again. He needs to kick it, he does this time. Lynch will go at WYND. No, he doesn't. He releases the ball a little too early. A nice 1-2 though with Dundas. Lynch runs to 50, finds McCarthy.
Well, Dougie Hawkins not happy with that decision. He should have taken it. A very poor match last week, Doug. Only about 4 possessions against Melbourne. And now this has resulted in the turnover, and McCarthy to have this shot from about 30, 35 metres out.
John McCarthy, his own family probably thinks his full name is Erratic John McCarthy. Everybody labels him that way. He'll kick from about 25 metres out, slight angle. Straight through the middle.
Couple of points in it here at Princes Park, and it's Fitzroy now who leads. Sending them forward is Paul Broderick once again, down towards centre half forward. Hunter. Back to centre wing. McPherson, if he gets a favourable bounce, but it doesn't. It spins away from him, bounces over the line, and Steve McPherson can do nothing about it. Throw in on the outer side. Under 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. WYND. Oh, James has given away the free kick. WYND wants to get on with it. He does now in towards half forward. Coleman not trying to mark, trying to flick it over the top. KOLYNIUK had it, then lost it. It spills free. Croft, an effective tackle. KOLYNIUK also. And a bounce at centre half forward for the Dogs. Coleman trying to lean forward to do the ruck work. At the bottom is Seacamp. Free kick to Marcus Seacamp. Plays on quickly with the hand. Zanotti may get a chance to run here. Del Rey's with him. The sprint is on. Zanotti the victor. Towards Lynch. Couldn't quite hold it. Reynolds close to the line and over. So a throw in, but now it's in Fitzroy's attacking zone, their right half forward flank region. And ALASTAIR Lynch heads back to full forward. Wine with a height advantage, decided height advantage. Gets it over the back nicely. Kellett links it forward for Liberatore, who floats it over the centre. Coleman uses pace. Had it with a one hand, is able to regain it and threw it out. Jimmy Wine has it, but he's got to pass it over to Peter Caven, who'll take it on the defensive side of centre.
Caven, good kick too. Dundas moving into open space, down towards half forward. Goes looking for Lynch. Almost held. Yes. He's getting the free.
It's well spotted by umpire Peter Cameron. Keenan Reynolds with a tough job there. Alastair Lynch, a real class player. We'll see the holding going on. The Guernsey being held by Reynolds with his right hand. And I think that left-handed attempt to spoil was also too high.
So Lynch in the left full forward pocket will kick from about 25 metres. Slides it across the face and behind. That increases the Lions' lead. Out to 3 points now. 2-5 to 2-2. Reynolds virtually straight down the middle. Wynd is the target. Manson fisting away. Well done by Atkins. Somehow won that one. McPherson left it behind. Gale goes in. Stevens over the ball. Gale slaps it out. Well done by Manson. Mansfield didn't have it. He'll get the free kick. Plays on immediately. Forward of half back. Down towards half forward. Morrish had the run, but was kept out of it well by Hawkins. KOLYNIUK an opportunity now. Knocks it on towards Delray. Back to goal. Feeds Hawkins with his left foot. Misses to the near side. Had a little more time than he thought right there.
Under 5 minutes remaining. That ball has gone sailing out of the ground. Five plays 2-3 as a new one is delivered back down to Caven.
We see just how difficult the sun is there.
Yeah.
Caven, no pressure on, just couldn't see the ball coming at him, so it just makes it very difficult for the forwards at that end of the ground.
In fact, Hawkins lost sight of it when it came down to half forward just a minute or so ago. Caven to the outer side. Ruse. Very good football.
He's had a good turn, Paul Roos, playing at centre half back.
No one on the mark, so off he goes. Back to Caven. He sets sail towards McCarthy. Had front spot, couldn't take it. Croft uses some heavy body work. The door is open for Broderick. Down towards full forward. Lynch gets a bad bounce. Reynolds a good one. Pumps it back towards centre wing. Guard. Trapped it well initially, but then lost it as he tried to get it out. Holding on, going towards Caven. He'll take the free kick at right centre wing. Fitzroy have had a thrilling one-kick win over Carlton so far this season. Looking to add to that. Got an excellent opportunity as Satori has it. 45-degree angle. Good mark, Bernie.
A lot of concentration there on Alastair Lynch. Just took a little bit of pressure off this man.
Satori, 40 metres out. It's not a good kick. Slews off the side of the boot. In fact, it's out of bounds on the foot.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Not from that area.
He does miss consistently to the right with his kicks, Peter Satori. Not normally by that margin, but obviously a flaw in the technique. As Reynolds boots in, Members side. Anson works his way in front, almost the mark. It falls behind. Armstrong in midair, got a boot to it, and it lands with Dunstan. And Dunstan is only about 40 metres out on a very slight angle.
And he's usually a very reliable kick, Dunstan, Michael Dunstan.
Good looking kick, he drives it hard, it's through. His first goal, and Fitzroy extend their lead. It's out to 8 points now.
8 scoring shots to 5, favouring the Lions. As time ticks away in this first quarter, Dundas sending Fitzroy forward once again with a hurried right foot kick, and McCarthy takes the mark just 30 metres out, almost directly in front.
Fitzroy's off the ground after that miss, Dennis, too. A very poor shot at goal from about 40 metres out, so he's been taken from the ground and Baldwin's on. We watch this in replay. McCarthy taking an easy chest mark. The Lions winning the ball out of the middle.
Good thinking by Robert Shaw too, I think, trying to catch out the defence late in the quarter by taking a tall man off.
McCarthy for his second. The Lions having a very good quarter. 2 to McCarthy, 1 to Lynch, 1 to Dunstan. 4-5, plays 2-3. 14 points the margin as we go back into the centre. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Wynd with a backhand. It's straight down to his namesake of Fitzroy. Out towards half forward right, and Lynch trapped it well. Turned nicely. An extraordinary looking kick going down towards full forward. Back now to centre wing. Good spoil because he was very late by Jamie Elliott. Lynch may get another chance to pump it forward. He does. In towards half forward. There was a push.
Push against Hunter on Baldwin.
So Jason Baldwin, who spent considerable time on the interchange bench, has the chance to stretch the Lions' lead as Peter Cameron having a word with Atkins.
Well, the decision's been made, surely. These players, they're wasting their breath talking to the umpire, complaining about the decision. This could be the 3rd goal in time on for Fitzroy.
Baldwin, 45 metres out. He's a lovely kick normally. That's no exception. Lions are hot.
So back in the middle, you often wonder about coaches making changes with a couple of minutes to go till a break, and that's what Robert Shaw did. But Baldwin, the man on the ground, kicked a goal, and just before that, Footscray at 6s and 7s as to who to pick up as Wynd boots it down towards half forward. It's fisted away. Opportunity for Croft. Was he taken high? Not according to the umpire. Now Wallace in desperate trouble. Dragged down, holding the ball. Lions free kick.
Tackling very good, Dennis, across half-back and full-back line by the Lions. Working very well.
Roos out of defence again. Goes long towards half forward. Oh, down goes Gard, but he knocked it on well. Gale's got it now. Over the top. Taken by Elliott, who pulls it down towards full forward. Reynolds in front. Reynolds goes across the ground. Here's McPherson. The clock is running down. Just over 20 seconds to go. McPherson around the outer side. Still he goes. Not a good kick, though, to finish. Liberatore, I thought it was a pretty good tackle. It was. Well, the danger there was to carry him forward, but Seacamp did it superbly. This is Wynd in towards centre half forward. His namesake. Siren time, quarter time at Princes Park. Terrific finish to the term by the Lions. And they lead 5-5 to 2-3. The margin is 20 points.
So here we go. Start of the second quarter at Princes Park. The Lions hold a 20-point lead after 3 late goals in the first quarter. Baldwin ridden into the ground, and Jason Baldwin will take it just forward of centre. Likes to get things moving. Will go long and direct. Straight down the middle. Reynolds in front. Couldn't complete the mark. Gale. Liberatore there also. Could have been some holding on going the way of the Dogs, but play on was the call as Stanfield gets a hurry kick back towards the centre wing, and the mark is taken by Matthew Croft. Right on centre wing, Croft. His kick is off the side of the boot, however. Towards the 50-metre line. Caven beats Coleman. Goes back towards centre wing once again. Wallace taken out of it. His hand pass was for Barry Stanfield, but he's taken over the line. So a throw in still really on centre wing.
20 points the difference. Wynd in front. Broderick got it behind. Away to Wynd. Boots it down towards the 50-metre line. Clears everybody except this man Mansfield, who then lost it. Going in solidly was Hunter. On all fours, Armstrong. Mansfield dives on top of it with courage. Gale emerges with the ball and has it knocked away. Liberatore does well at close quarters to Hunter. Hunter's probing kick down towards half forward. Back goes Roos, dropped the mark. Now the door is open. McPherson to Atkins. He runs down towards the 50. Delray on the lead. One error. And a goal could result. Danny Delray, strong hands that time because Zanotti was right there with him, shoulder to shoulder. But the Footscray forward claimed the mark.
Unusual for Paul Roos to drop that mark. It looked like a pretty straightforward attempt to take that mark there from the Fitzroy skipper.
Danny Delray starting today, 109 goals and 47 appearances. And he slides this one across the face. Unlike him,
although he hasn't had a good conversion rate this year, he's kicked 7 goals, 7 now so far this season.
Here's Caven, the left footer, close to being outside the square when he kicked that one, and this time Roos is able to take the mark, plays on. Seacamp up the ground, he's on the wing, he centers the ball. McCarthy's the target, up he goes in front, it falls behind Dunstan. Golden opportunity. One bounce. He settles. Oh. That's a shocker. Well, beautiful pass. He found Gale, and Gale goes short and finds Broderick. Well, they've got the goal surrounded now, and Broderick almost directly in front. Well, Dunstan took plenty of time. He did the right thing. He settled. Somehow, he fluffed it across the face. Well, there is conjecture. Sandy seems to think it was a pass. He's the player's commentator. Here's Broderick. A chance to convert. Stabs at Goldwood and puts it through, I fancy. His first. And the margin gets greater. Footscray in danger now. They need to stay in touch.
Paul Broderick has his first goal. Liberatore and Atkins combined for Footscray out of the centre, but only as far as Jimmy Wynde, who was tripped. Advantage is going to be paid. This allows Marcus Seacamp. Down to half forward, Gale comes storming out.
Oh, I think he's been collected, Sandy.
They collided. Well, he's up. He's up.
2 players injured. I think the player there.
They're coming from everywhere.
Oh, this is nasty.
Well, Matthew Armstrong.
Michael Gale's okay.
Matthew Armstrong was going to have a go at the guy on the ground who was holding his shoulder.
Who was it? Bernard Tui, it may have been.
Tui or KOLYNIUK, is it?
Maybe KOLYNIUK, you're right. You're right, Dennis. Steve KOLYNIUK, the player that came in late there. I think he's been reported. Dennis Rich just having a look at Michael Gale's number. But he's okay, Michael Gale. It seems that KOLYNIUK has a problem with that left shoulder.
Well, Armstrong was absolutely incensed. He made a beeline for the man on the ground. So Scott Wynd, I think, had to go across and support his teammate. That doesn't look too good.
And a 50-metre penalty being applied here. Dennis Rich taking the Footscray defender probably right back onto the goal line. As Michael Gale did take that mark just about right on the 50-metre line. KOLYNIUK may, well, he seems to be okay now. He's testing that shoulder, but this is a certain goal to Gale.
Gale gets the goal. His first, and Fitzroy 7-5 lead Footscray 2-4. Play about to restart. The umpires will need to keep a watch on things now. It's a centre square infringement. Manson is getting the free. Footscray have to get back in this game and quickly as Manson drives it down inside the attacking 50. Lynch was up, got hands to it, couldn't hang on. KOLYNIUK gets a kick around the outer side. KOLYNIUK is there. He's surrounded. Fitzroy very aggressive indeed. Elliott to guard. Crashing through was Tui. He won't shirk it. Around the outer side he goes. Wrong foots an opponent. Releases Kellett with a hand pass. Kellett inside Footscray's attacking 50. Too many Fitzroy players up. They get his second chance. Zanotti is taken high. Hawkins offending. And the free kick will go to Mark Zanotti.
A lot of Footscray players having no influence on this game whatsoever at this stage.
Zanotti towards the wing. Manson in best position. Takes the mark, plays on to Dundas.
Dundas wants someone going past, and he's got Jeremy Gard. Floats it up to the half-forward line, but a little too far. Reynolds takes it across half-back. This is a very important time for the Footscray Football Club, one would imagine. In the next quarter of an hour, Armstrong. Ball is bottled up in the middle. He'll go back to that young man. He'll take it from the centre. Footscray have got to settle down. They've got to play football and they've got to get the score on the board. Was Roos being held? It's still on behind play. But we'll stay with the football. On the outer side of the ground, it's Matthew Armstrong. Left foot step pass into the centre, and Paul Broderick plays on. Broderick now up to half forward. Another one here is critical.
Free kick.
Everything going the way of Fitzroy at the moment, and Lynch can kick this.
Well, the difference at the moment, Sandy, the Fitzroy players are going for the ball and getting there first, putting their bodies in. The Footscray players getting their second, giving away the free kicks.
Well, on the far wing when that fight was on, 2 Footscray players, 1 Fitzroy player. The bloke that got the ball was playing on KOLYNIUK. That was Dunstan, who was in the fight.
Lynch from directly in front. Is this another one? No. Now the Dogs have made a change. KOLYNIUK off.
Yes, and coming on for his first game is Shane Allen. Steve McPherson, Steve KOLYNIUK. 2 players that haven't had much influence on the game. They really should concentrate on getting the ball.
This is having a word or two with Dundas. Let's continue on with the play. Shane Allen, as we said, coming onto the ground. A nervous start by him as Bernard Toohey sees it over the line, and
It just didn't sit for Shane Allen.
no.
I'm very impressed with him. He's been very good in the reserves.
He gets some encouragement from Leon Cameron, another youngster. Jimmy Wynd at the bottom of the pack. And again, Peter Cameron comes in to take charge. KOLYNIUK, as we said, left the ground. What's his condition, Ross?
Sandy, just his left shoulder, that AC joint, the one that does cause some problems. He may be able to come back on.
Thank you. Manson and Wynd again. One by the ladder with a nice left-hand flick towards Baldwin. Off to Wynd, through Broderick, back to Manson. Oh, cleverly done by Manson to Baldwin, who set sail for full forward. Lynch, what sort of a bounce? He's tucked on the boundary line. Just a little too far, or alternatively not far enough for his teammate there in Armstrong. Keeps the ball in play, back to Baldwin. Loses it, socket off the ground. McCarthy, 45 metres out, blast blindly at goal. Goes out of bounds on the foot.
Well, the original play was poor from ALASTAIR Lynch. He did the hard work getting around Keenan Reynolds. All he needed to do was a long hand pass to Matthew Dundas in the square, a certain goal.
Here's Bernard Toohey then. 7-6 to 2-4. Footscray in deep trouble at the present time. In bright sunshine, the ball is on the half-back line for the Bulldogs. Down goes Hunter on his knees. He gets it out to Wallace. Hurried kick. Hangs a long time in the air, and Jeremy Garn comes at the ball and takes a very good mark. Plays on immediately. Slipping over with Stevens. Courageous effort there by Kellett. Chips it out wide. KOLYNIUK with some space. Down towards half forward. Croft's in front. Closing was Roos, but not in time. Croft plays on. Forward of the wing. Boots it well inside the 50. Zanotti there with Delray. Zanotti first back. Strong shepherd by Guard. Zanotti boots to the outer side, and Dundas bounces obligingly for him. Goes looking for Stevens. Now he's in trouble. Brilliantly picked up. Toohey, was he in his back? Not according to the umpire. And it will be thrown in. Well, the side who traded on enthusiasm last season can't match the enthusiasm of Fitzroy at the present time. In front, Wynd over the top, Manson. He's got a new lease of life. Armstrong gets it across. Booted down by Dundas inside the attacking 50. Reynolds boots it back towards the half-forward line for the Bulldogs. Over the ball, KOLYNIUK lacking support. He slaps it out. This is Atkins.
Sending the Dogs forward. They desperately need a score, but the ball bounces favourably for Mark Zanotti. This time he gets his kick in time. Cameron chasing for the Dogs. On centre wing is Leon Cameron. They have the numbers. Off to Wallace. Centering kick in towards half forward, and Liberatore takes the mark. They've added only one behind this quarter. Footscray goes short again. This time the distance for Steve KOLYNIUK should not be a problem.
he must kick this though, Steve KOLYNIUK. Bad miss by Delray early in the match. The margin now out to 32 points. Finding some space in the forward line there, Steve KOLYNIUK. One of their rare opportunities at the moment, Footscray.
Here he goes from 45 metres. Drop punt on its way, and he's put through a much-needed goal for the Dogs. So KOLYNIUK gets his first. Can the Dogs come back? Guard gets a high kick, very high. Lynch, one of the flyers, couldn't take the mark. In fact, almost back to guard once again. Now Cameron trying to get into the game. Can't get the football out. Neither can Hawkins. Dennis Rich decides upon a bounce. Tony Liberatore wearing one for his efforts. Manson seemed to charge at Wynd then. Cameron through, Liberatore, hurried left foot kick over the centre. Seacamp sneaks away. Down towards the right half forward flank. Lynch and Atkins. Reynolds under pressure, but he gets the hand pass away. What can the Dogs do? Atkins again. Now a chance for Keller. Still on the defensive side of centre wing. He drifts it into the middle. His target was Wallace, but he was edged out. Manson goes to ground. Oh. They pile in over the top of him. Coleman is able to get clear. The Dogs through Atkins towards Delray. What can he do? Up against Zanotti. Croft is there to give him assistance. He'll certainly need it. But it's taken over the line.
Push-out's been paid. Zanotti to take the free kick. So Delray leading far too wide there.
Zanotti from the back pocket. Stevens outpointed. Wide, Wallace. Atkins, he's still outside 50. Now in towards the square. No mark taken. And again, it's Caven who's able to relieve the pressure. Out to Manson, who's tucked in the back pocket. The Dogs trying everything, but the Lions holding them at the moment. At the back of the pack, it's Stanfield. Hiking in towards half forward. And this time, Paul Roos, who was attempting to mark, is outpointed. And Reynolds will have a shot 45 metres out.
Yes, Reynolds, he does come back down at times from full back. He was named not to play at full back, of course, but Shane Allen was named there. But Reynolds is not a bad shot at goal. Normally.
Another behind to the Dogs. 3-5. There's 7-6, just over 12 minutes remaining.
Well, Fitzroy have been terrific so far this afternoon. There's Caven, straight down the middle. Roos in front, Hawkins from behind. Roos emerges with the ball, boots it down towards centre half forward. In front, Lynch, knocking away Stanfield, who picks it up. Well done by the big defender. Over the top to Atkins, inside the centre square, runners to his left and right, feeds Kellett. Now Kellett storms down towards centre half forward, right on the 50. Probing kick, Zanotti is getting back and got a fist to it. Zanotti started with the West Coast Eagles, then to Brisbane, and now with the Lions, and doing a good job this afternoon. Caven has the ball. He finished third in the best and fairest with the Lions last year. Only a young man, less than 40 senior games. Terrible kick, went for the spiral. Line dropped the mark. Now he's in trouble. The Brownlow medalist on his knees, and tying it up is guard.
Just inexplicable there from Scotty Wynd, how he could drop that chest mark.
So bounce right on the 50. Manson and Wynd are there. Wynd gets it down. Atkins didn't have the ball. Wynd slapped it away. That's Fitzroy's Wynd. Kellett on his knees. Hawkins threw the ball, according to umpire Cameron. The umpires at the present time being pretty firm. This is Broderick at centre half back. Got it from Elliott. This is Armstrong on the wing. Goes down towards the pocket. Gale will lead back in the race. He read it best in the air. Now Gale couldn't control it. And the ball will be thrown in, with Fitzroy leading 7-6 to 3-6. Just under 11 minutes till half time.
WYND coming in late, but wins it easily against the shorter Stevens. Hawkins, a hurried kick under pressure, finds Steve Wallace across half back. Wallace into the middle. Reynolds the fly. Oh, he got both hands to it too. Atkins waiting down in front. Long penetrating kick to Delray. KOLYNIUK at full forward.
It was a dangerous pass, Sandy, but it came off Delray well within kicking distance. May have lost a little bit of confidence after that miss earlier in the quarter. But Steve KOLYNIUK at full stretch did very well to convert that.
Could have almost
strong
got
chest
50.
mark.
Almost got 50 too, Bern. Not that it counts much in distance, but the 50 changes the angle.
This to make the margin 18 points, and he's done it. Two goals to Steve KOLYNIUK this quarter, and the Dogs starting to bark again. Baldwin picks it up, gave it out to Armstrong, put him under pressure. Atkins likewise. Wallace gets a cruel bounce. Mansfield favourable. Towards full forward, can the Lions answer? ALASTAIR LYNCH certainly hopes so. 30 metres out, almost directly in front.
It's the only question, of course, with Lynch. His kicking's not all that accurate. I think he kicked about 1-5 in the Foster's Cup game against Footscray. Lynch at the back there over the top of Stanfield. Well judged mark.
This for his second. Straight through the middle. The Lions answer.
So the margin 24 points. It was 20 points at quarter time. Timely goal, that one for Fitzroy, because Footscray were enjoying their best passage in this game. They dominated for about 10 minutes. This is Manson, caught at the centre circle, kicks inside the 50. Gale stayed on his feet. Standing his ground in front was Hawkins. Eventually clearing the zone as McPherson towards the wing and Wallace, but there's a shepherd off the ball against KOLYNIUK.
Yeah, good decision too, Dennis.
Guard plays on immediately. Broderick running towards half forward, long towards full forward. Off hands, an opportunity for Roos behind. Now Hawkins did well. Still a loose ball. Dunstan. Not quite. Behind. Paul Roos, last season's best and fairest. He's done that 4 times. On the forward line for Fitzroy at the present time as Hunter comes away towards the wing. Morris in from the side. It falls behind a Croft. Keeps it in front. Tries to go off the ground and missed it. Taken by WYND, but into the path of Atkins. Clever hand pass across to Reynolds. KOLYNIUK is on in the middle. He ignores that and kicks it behind. And KOLYNIUK looks admonishingly at his teammate. KOLYNIUK was 25 metres in the clear.
Peter Caven in the hands of the trainers. Not good news for Fitzroy. As Zanotti prepares to bring the ball back into play. Just over 7 minutes remaining in the first half, although Zanotti is unsure where to go. Eventually he elects the outer side of the mark. Taken by Elliott. Now guard. Jeremy Guard. Over the middle he goes. Big pack of players. And eventually over the line. ALASTAIR LYNCH and John McCarthy each have 2 goals for Fitzroy. Steve KOLYNIUK has been the Dogs' main contributor. WYND wins it with a delicate right-handed flick. Can't take it away, however. Again, it's Elliott. Now Dunstan. Gets on with the business, the youngster Dunstan. He wants WYND. Couldn't take it at the back. Lynch, that was his initial target. Lynch shrugs the tackle. Heads for home. Just doesn't come back far enough and another behind. Plays 4-7. 16 scoring shots to 11. Hunter. Shepherding by Wallace is effective. Allen takes it, goes towards Croft. He marks centre wing. Coleman's his man. Trying to do it from behind, he couldn't. Seacamp caught. Ball spills free, but it's too high. The advantage is paid to Fitzroy, and getting him out of trouble will be Guard as he drifts play into the middle. A couple of them fly. Ellen caught. Ball spills free. Now McPherson tries to shrug one tackle. Caught by DUNSTAN the other. Back it comes to Cameron. He's still in the middle. Footscray trying desperately to get a score on the board. Hawkins on the outer side of the ground. Juggling, dodging and weaving. He's lost it. He threw it.
One-handed hand pass there. Dougie Hawkins not having a good day.
Armstrong towards half forward. Dunstan missed it in front, but runs back around the pack and picks it up about 35 metres out from goal. Snaps right across the face, out of bounds on the full. 8 plays 4-7. Leon Cameron just 6 possessions so far in this game. He came in after 2, averaging 30 possessions a game for the Dogs. McPherson running out of space. He got it from Wallace. Holding the ball, says the umpire. Gee, that's pretty tough. I thought he was across the boundary.
I thought he lost it in the tackle as well.
There goes the short one down towards Lynch. Getting a timely hand in there was Wynd. It took a deflection and bounced off the shoulder of Lynch and went out of bounds.
Well, he probably made no attempt there, just looking at that in replay. Maybe it was a good decision by the umpire because Steve McPherson just threw his arms out when he was tackled.
Liberatore cleverly. Cameron. Now he sets Mansfield a task out there. Mansfield gets an obliging bounce. No one to kick to. He goes for the boundary. And that was pretty heady football because Baldwin was the only man down the ground. So Mansfield making the best of a tight situation. There's our scoreline. And the time remaining till half-time. Broderick over the top. Baldwin still finishes up with the ball. Goes with the right foot inside the attacking 50. Going to ground was Tui. It's coming back, and it's going to be a free kick to Tui, I fancy, or is it McPherson? McPherson's got the ball up from the back pocket.
Too high is the ruling by the umpire. Coleman is target. But he's under plenty of pressure, and the ball goes over the line. This first half has belonged to Fitzroy. WYND again getting a hand to it. Liberatore, who's ripped away illegally, and he'll take it. Quickly on with the job goes Liberatore. Down towards Coleman again. He runs out of room, but he's going to be given a free kick. Glenn Coleman to half forward. Reynolds trying to do the work from behind. Is that a throw? No, said the umpire. And allows play to go on. Back towards the middle. Ellen trying to use the body. Gale is there. Pushing back in towards the centre. Jason Baldwin, a chance if he can pick it up. He's still going Baldwin. Under pressure. Gets a kick but straight to Wallace. Off to WYND. Now Atkins. Footscray with a chance. Atkins low kick in towards full forward. The only one there, and he read it better than anyone, was Mark Zanotti.
He's done a very good job at fullback on Danny Delray, although the ball hasn't come into the forward line all that well for the forwards.
Zanotti to the outer side. Guard was his target. He's got to apply the tackle on Keller. Back over 50 once more. Time ticking away for Footscray in this first half. Ruse ripped off the football. He manages to get it out towards Guard, however. Good heavy work going on. That was Elliott. Now Footscray, another chance. Atkins on the end of the hand pass. This time he decides to go long. And again, Mark Zanotti.
Talking about that delivery into the forward line, Sandy, that was very ordinary.
Here's CAVEN with the ball. Now Satori is on, and I think that Robert Shaw is looking to get a mismatch on the forward line. Tui is on Satori. Meantime, the ball is on the wing. Wynd, Mansfield dragged off it. This is Wallace. Well done. Cameron thought about the hand pass. Now he goes to Croft, just outside the 50. Good looking kick, just swinging away left to right. And to behind. Under 2 minutes till half-time. The margin is 4 goals. Stevens and Matthews on the bench. Ruse, awkward one. Back he goes to the man who kicked it in. That's Zanotti. Zanotti forced to boot towards the outer side. Baldwin shoulder to shoulder out there with Hunter. But in front, KOLYNIUK did well. This is Coleman. Coleman on the wing. Squares it for Croft. Not the worst of their players. Difficult position centre half forward. He's tried hard. He's presented himself. He's had quite a few possessions. Croft goes for distance. It floats to the pocket. Reynolds up in front. Hooking it away from him was Morris. Ball is out of bounds.
Another change by the Lions. Michael Gale off and Ashley Matthews on for his first run.
So just over the minute till half-time. Wynd hooks it wide. Ruse. Too slick for guard. On his knees, he slaps it out wide. Seacamp, tackled by Liberatore. Kept it going the Lions' way. This is Elliott. Elliott towards the middle and Matthews from behind Mansfield. It runs free. McPherson comes to meet it. McPherson with dash through the middle. Back towards half forward. Reynolds meters in the clear. Props. Kicks. Misses. He's kicked 3 points.
All coming in this second quarter too.
4-9. Plays 8-8. That would have been so handy with under half a minute remaining in his first half. Guard. On the outer side. Coleman. With him is Ruse. Plenty of experience between those two. Ruse is the victor on this occasion. Just paddling it out towards Baldwin. Have they got time before the siren sounds? Up towards full forward they go. Lynch is the flyer from the side. Couldn't take the mark. Could have been some holding on there. Dennis Rick says no. Play on. And there's the siren as Leon Cameron tries to sneak away. It's half-time here at Princes Park. But the honours certainly at the moment with Fitzroy. They kicked the first goal of the day. Then the Dogs came back. But in that second quarter, Fitzroy have steadied to give Terry Wheeler plenty to think about at the long break. So the score at half-time, Fitzroy, 8-8, 56. They added 3-3 that term. Footscray, a 4-9, 33. Plays 33. Here we go. Wynd up against Manson in the opening bounce of the second half. Manson gets a good run of it, but Wynd has that distinct height advantage that is so helpful to him. Fitzroy get the first one. It's going to put real pressure on the Dogs. Wynd takes it from Baldwin on the defensive side of centre. He floats a kick up over the wing, and the ironical cheers go up as a Footscray free kick is being paid for holding. Hunter will take it. Long up towards half forward. What a fly and what a mark by Keenan Reynolds. Well, something's got to lift the Dogs. Can that do the trick? It's a poor kick, however. It floats into the arms of Seacamp, and Paul Ruse casually lumbers out of defence. At the back is Wynd. He turns. There's a look back up towards the forward line, but a very poorly directed kick, and the mark taken by guard. Back he goes again to his skipper. Ruse over the top to Seacamp. He's under pressure, but does get the hand pass away. Armstrong and Broderick combined. Fitzroy go deep into their attacking zone once more. Was there illegal shepherding? Was there holding? Gale runs into his own teammate. The ball spills free at the back of the pack. Now the opportunity is with Lynch. He shows dash as he swings round, kicks in towards goal, but is off target, one behind.
And Jimmy Wynd alone in the square there. Maybe that would have been on. Alistair Lynch has now kicked 2 goals for.
Margin 24 points. 2 he goes towards the outer side. Stanfield works his way in front. Right half back. Stanfield towards the wing. Liberatore has it knocked away by Baldwin. Well played. He got some head in there as well, Baldwin. In fact, Liberatore is down hurt. He doesn't feint it. This is McCarthy meantime. Across to the run of Caven. Now Armstrong inside the 50. Way off target. Out of bounds on the full. Liberatore is on his feet. Baldwin was bearing down on him. Watch this again. What happened was he punched the ball into Liberatore's face. Good call by the umpire. Here's Stanfield in the back pocket. High kick towards the wing. The son a problem. Ruse reaching over the top out there. Manson was there as well. Cameron took them all on. Dragged down in a tackle. Liberatore again battles after the ball. Armstrong's in there. Wynd stood up in the tackle. Got it away to Ellen. Brilliantly smothered off the boot by McCarthy. This is Wynd. hugging the boundary line, and Cameron takes it across. So a throw in on the outer side.
That was a brilliant, absolutely brilliant smother there from John McCarthy.
Pressure right on the Lions now. The Dogs are going to throw everything at them to try and get back into this game. Wynd wins the tap off to Wallace. Now Hunter. Down towards centre wing. Ruse couldn't take it cleanly. He does have backup support through Caven. Couldn't take the mark. Reynolds under pressure. The ball spills free towards Atkins. He's set upon by Jimmy Wynd. It's very tight. It's very tense, but Croft is clear. Goes up towards the half-forward line. Zanotti's given away a free kick. The ball will have to come back. So the Dogs, through Danny Delray, have a chance to close the gap.
An alarming stat, I thought, in that first half. At half-time, Footscray with 15 tackles and Tony Liberatore with 5 of those tackles. So the remainder of the team, only 10 tackles between them.
A third of his team's tackles. Well, they desperately need one. But this will make the margin just 3 kicks. Kicking from just on 50. Might struggle with the distance. Down goes Reynolds. He's got a free kick. 5 metres out.
Actually, Reynolds has been very good since he's been moved up onto that forward line. Had some problems with ALASTAIR Lynch when he was playing at full back. And had 3 shots at goal in the second quarter. He didn't convert, only kicking 3 behinds now from point-blank range.
He does convert. That might fire up the Dogs.
Wynd and Manson to go at it. Bounce favours Wynd. Straight down to Broderick. There was shepherding, and Wynd will take the free kick. Fitzroy player stepping in the Giants' path. Now Cameron getting some touches early in this term. Penetrating kick. Delray, almost a very good mark. It's been paid. Strong hands in the pack from Danny Delray.
Well, things, you can just get the feeling that things just starting to turn around a little bit. Delray there, 1 grab. Well, the umpire thought he marked it anyway. That's the main thing. I didn't think he held it long enough, Sandy, but Delray yet to register a goal from about 35 metres.
Important kick this one then. Very slight angle. Delray steers it through. Footscray are coming back. Delray gets his first, and the margin is now 12 points.
Critical time now in this match as we go back in the centre. Just 12 points the margin. Atkins sends Footscray within 50 metres once again. It's all the Dogs at the moment. Reynolds gets it away. They go charging down towards full forward. And that one bounces through for 1 behind from West. Not a pretty looking kick, but he almost converted as Robert Shaw and the Lions camp show some concern at this comeback. Zanotti to the outer side. Caven in very late from the side. Guard. A hurried left foot kick to a vacant wing area. And a throw in on the outer side. Michael Gale. Whereas the number 7 Guernsey playing his 96th game. He kicked a goal in the second quarter. Manson. Atkins over the top. Brett Stevens has spent some time on the bench. It looks as though he's preparing to come back on. So the Lions are obviously looking to make another change. They need a steadier, whereas Footscray would dearly love the next one. I thought Hunter could have almost got a free kick and then perhaps another one out to the Dogs, but not paid. Almost thrown out. Cameron's away. He's starting to come into the game, Leon Cameron. He finds Keller just on the defensive side of centre. The wheel has turned a little to half forward. Plenty of flyers. Who's going to be first to recover? KOLYNIUK. Good hand pass. Cameron has followed play down. Shoots towards goal, but he's off target. And another behind goes on the board. Very quiet early, Leon Cameron, but he came into the game in the last 10 minutes of that second quarter. And now with 13 possessions, he had only about 3 up to the 20-minute mark of the second term. Starting to have a marked influence on the match.
Well, the on-ball is certainly players who have been pivotal to this revival as the ball goes towards the outer side. Ruse leads back in the race, but Liberatore with pace, and the speed of the Bulldogs now is hurting the Lions. Cameron gets it across to Atkins, who runs towards centre half forward, goes long down towards full forward. Delray works his way in front, got a hand to it. McCarthy intended for guard. KOLYNIUK hard against the boundary line, floats one back towards the pocket. Zanotti and Delray, they collide. CAVEN only as far as Hawkins. Hawkins is centering kick Kellett. And Kellett is only 30 metres out on a very slight angle.
And this to make the margin 4 points. So what a turnaround, Dennis.
Yeah, the breeze not a factor. It's blowing gently across the ground as Kellett comes in and kicks truly. 7-11 to 8-9. Footscray starting in grand fashion in this second half.
The Dogs are barking here at Princes Park. Fitzroy now desperately needs a steadier as Seacamp goes charging down towards the half-forward line. He wanted Wynd, who was held when he didn't have possession, and he'll take the free kick. He can put the Lions deep into attack. But instead elects to go with a hand pass to Paul Broderick. He booted a goal in the second quarter. The man in front must be paid. That's the way it works. So Footscray holding firm at the moment. Stanfield from fullback wants his big man, and he doesn't let him down. They peel off, and he manages to thread a hand pass through. Suddenly everything going Footscray's way. Croft
Holding free kick there against Brett Stevens. Keenan Reynolds.
So Reynolds will take it. He's outside 50, Bernie.
Probably just too far to score.
He's got Delray, but he elects to go shorter. He's got Bernard Toohey.
Must take it back because he didn't kick over the mark, Sandy. So Keenan Reynolds still about 55 metres out.
And he's still got Delray down in that forward zone, giving him a lead into the pocket. Now he centres it, but he elects to go long. It floats in the air. Guard comes in from the side. At the back, Hawkins. Ooh, his idea was right. They've still got possession. West in trouble. Goes with a hand pass. Hawkins again. It looks good. What a snap. The Dogs are back. What a goal. Good work from Scott West. And the Bulldogs, their skipper has been quiet. But there is an inspirational goal, Bernie.
Certainly was, Sandy. And it's been all Footscray at the start of this third quarter. Great turn by the Dogs. We're only 10 minutes into it. 4 goals to Footscray. Only the one behind to Fitzroy. Here's the replay. Doug Hawkins almost. KOLYNIUK feeds it out to Scotty West, who's added a little bit of life in that forward line. A bit of movement, a bit of bite around the packs.
Great football. This is Allen. He storms through the middle. KOLYNIUK comes on the lead, tracks it down towards the pocket. He'll snap it goal. He pulls it back, in fact, for the kick-off line. Delray in front, and he's going to get a free kick. Over the shoulder the call, and Delray on the kick-off line. That was clever football by KOLYNIUK. He could have been forgiven for snapping at goal, but he had the presence of mind to pull it back, and suddenly Zanotti was out of position.
Yes, an obvious free kick over the shoulder of Danny Delray.
He's got one this afternoon. This for an 8-point lead. Remarkable. He's kicked it.
And who said you could write the Dogs off, Bernie Quinlan? An amazing turnaround here at Princes Park. Footscray has kicked 5 goals, 2 to Fitzroy's 1 point in this third quarter. Wynd, Atkins, they're alight. Atkins fires it long in towards full forward, but he's off direction. Oh, they're on a high at the moment.
Half-time, the centre square was 10-4. I think Footscray almost drawn on terms in that department.
Zanotti will bring it back into play after Atkins' long spiral punt went out on the foot. Crowd really enjoying this match. Oh, what a mark by Paul Ruse. One of the champions of the game.
Vintage Ruse, wasn't it?
It
Terrific
was.
mark.
He plays on quickly with a hand pass to Broderick, who drifts it in towards the centre. And the mark taken by Ashley Matthews. Fresh legs. He goes back to Ruse, who stabs in towards the middle. That wasn't a good pass. Now they've turned it over. Liberatore gets it away to Keller. He bounces his way across half forward. He gets clear. He's still going. Shoots in towards goal. But he's pulled it away to the left. And the one behind is the result. Terry Wheeler looking a little calmer. 9-12. Plays 8-9.
Footscray by 9 points. Morris kicks in, members side. Ellen the leaper from behind. Knocked on intelligently there by Broderick. McCarthy did well, and now Armstrong runs to the 50. Long kick, great kick. He gets his first. 66 plays 63. Play restarts with a bad bounce. Wide of the ruckman. Elliott dragged down by Liberatore. Right in the thick of the action. Tony Liberatore. Wynd alongside him. 2 Brownlow medalists. That hasn't happened for a long time. One roving to another. Rucks go at it. Wynd back to back with Matthews. It comes down to Broderick. Nicely done. He boots it down towards centre half forward. He turned the defence around. Awkward bounce for Ellen down there. Hunter was taken high surely, and he'll get the free kick. Mark Hunter gets 50 as well.
Well, I thought Hunter just ran straight into Jimmy Wynd there. There's very little Jimmy Wynd could do about that. And I think he's got a right to complain.
He's certainly doing that. A lot of feeling in this game. The stakes are high. The loser today falls off the pace in terms of a finals berth. It's early going, I know, but these sort of victories have to be gained, as Matthews did well. Lays it off to Roos, who pumps it back towards centre half forward. Stanfield from behind fisting away. Gale tries to crash his way through. McCarthy shovels it out. It's taken by Lynch. Dunstan is on down the ground. It floats to him. It hangs in the air. Did he take the mark? Not according to the umpire. Mansfield breaks away. It must have seemed like an eternity for the youngster. And bad luck for the Lions as the ball is driven out of bounds on the outer side. Lynch was in the tackle. He tried to move the ball. He kicked it about 30 metres in the air and about 20 metres in distance. Now that is almost a mark.
Almost. A line ball.
Anybody's game here at Princes Park. A lightning third quarter. Dundas ridden into the ground. Free on half forward. First to it, Stanfield. Gets it away. Footscray now wanting the steadier. It's on centre wing. Baldwin has pace. Swings it low into half forward. Well delivered kick. Wynd goes steaming through to full forward. Couldn't quite take it again. And it's bottled up 30 metres out of the Fitzroy scoring zone. And the Roys at the moment trailing by just 3 points.
It's got the tempo of a finals game, hasn't it?
It has. It's certainly lifted since half-time, Dennis.
Satori is there, so he'll do the ruck work. Trying to storm through was Dunstan. Couldn't do so. Mansfield close to the boundary line with him. There's Michael Gale. Another throw-in. Satori again to do the ruck work. Wynd couldn't get an effective run at it. The Dundas to Gale. The left foot snap in towards goal. The bounce! Oh, that has bounced through for an amazing goal. Well, we're seeing it all here at Princes Park. The Roys are back in front. 10-9, plays 9-12.
Favoured by the bounce there. A terrific goal by the Lions. Let's have a look at this in replay. The ruck work being done by Satori in the forward pocket. Hunter over the back. That spills out there to Dundas. The quick hand pass finds Michael Gale. He really didn't kick it the right way to get this sort of bounce, but fortunately they did an excellent leg break and a terrific goal to the Lions.
Caven and Manson running the boundary line at the moment there on the interchange. For the Roys, Wynd at the bottom of the pack. Jimmy Wynd gets it out to Baldwin. Flicking it up towards Dundas. He recovers. Still going. Needs help. And he gets it. Back again to Dundas. They're still outside 50. Wynd's kick puts them into their attacking zone now. Satori!
Well, you can't deny the Lions. They withstood a terrific challenge by Footscray early in the term. They fought back. They've steadied. Now Satori to put them 9 points in front.
Only his second mark for the day, but it's an important one. Directly in front. He sneaks it home, and they are 9 points in front.
Lynch is rucking at the present time against WYND. Did well, did Lynch. Punched on by Baldwin, down towards left half forward. Mansfield and Gale, both recruited from Tasmania. They battle after the ball. Dundas arrives. Well done. Back to goal, but chips across and finds WYND. Just under 7 minutes till three-quarter time. Seacamp at close quarters, very close quarters. Broderick back to Seacamp. Just gets away from Liberatore, but the kick affected as a result. McPherson boots it back out wide. This is Reynolds on the wing. A chance for something good to happen for Footscray, but not with that kick. It's a shocker. Valiant attempt at the mark there by Croft, but spills out of bounds. Well, when people talk about spirit in the AFL, I guess these are the two clubs they point to, Fitzroy and Footscray. We'll find out more over the next 35 minutes or so. One forward by Reynolds. West, a clever handball into the path of Liberatore. Delray roving the pack. It falls in front, but Zanotti sensing the danger. Raced in, knocked it away from Delray and carries it across the boundary. Good defence. 14 possessions for that man. Gets no stat that time, but he did very well for his team. Under 6 minutes. Throw it in down towards the pocket. Cameron. KOLYNIUK. High floating kick. In front Seacamp on his chest.
Marcus Seacamp gives it away. Ruse goes in towards the centre. The Lions certainly showing character at the moment as Lynch sends them in towards Satori. Erode the bump.
Oh no.
Push against McCarthy.
Well, I thought it was body on body.
Push?
No, I thought it was body on body. Both players bumping as they went to take that mark.
Yeah. Well, McCarthy has lost it. Lynch and Ruse at the back. It's the latter. Dundas gets a shocking bounce. Footscray have the numbers. Stanfield's hand pass. Kellett drifts into the middle. The Sun still playing havoc. KOLYNIUK was his target. He was held, and he'll take the free kick. Steve KOLYNIUK. Short little chip over the top. Finds former skipper Steve Wallace. 204th game for Steve Wallace. Here's the lead from the Hawk.
Well, he's been paid that mark. Quite a very quiet afternoon for Dougie Hawkins. That's his first mark, in fact. There it is, a good lead. One grab, two grab, brings it to the ground, almost. Well, did he have control of it?
Not clean with his marking today, is he?
No, he's normally very sure with his hands.
Let's see what he can do with his fifth kick. One behind.
That's 1-2 to Dougie Hawkins.
Margin of 8 points. Zanotti. Oh. Now this is what he loves. Loves a run. He's down to the centre almost, Mark Zanotti. Now he gives it away to Jeremy Gard. Up towards the 50-metre line. Again, Footscray have the numbers, and it's defensively taken over the line. Or a throw in by Bernard Tui, and Mark Zanotti starts the long trek back.
Exciting stuff, but a little bit risky, I felt, Sandy. A couple of those bounces.
WYND, Satori. WYND the height advantage. Matthew Armstrong under a ton of pressure. Broderick underground. Here's an opportunity for Dundas inside 50. Heads for home!
Back in the middle, Satori to Dundas, who was the recipient of a great hand pass from Paul Broderick to kick that last goal. Seacamper's strong tackle brought Stanfield down. And my word, haven't they responded to the challenge, the Lions? Chested out of there by Matthews. Down goes Elliott. It's jarred free. Dundas over the ball now. Sweeping hand pass. Broderick's in trouble. Dragged off it. Wallace commits to the ball. Dundas on top of him. And a whistle. So a ball up inside the attacking 50.
Seacamp in a spot above the behind plate.
He copped a very strong tackle and was slammed to the ground. 12-9, 9-13. About 5 minutes ago, Footscray were in front. Stanfield over the ball. Atkins cleverly. Cameron's away through the middle now. Cameron inside the 50. Delray comes on the lead at full stretch fine mark.
Beautiful kick by Leon Cameron. Not a problem either side of his body. That time on his natural kicking foot, the right foot. A good lead from Danny Delray out in front of Mark Zanotti. And not much he could do about that one.
Delray has got two this afternoon. Zanotti generally has been the master in that duel. Delray, very important kick. The breeze going left to right. He should start this one at the left goal post. We can follow it. He starts it right and it stays right and goes through for a behind. Not a good kick, that one.
It didn't spin like a drop punt even, did it, Dennis? Ordinary off the boot. Danny's usually a very reliable kick. He kicks the ball as well as anybody at Footscray, but today he just seems to have lost confidence in his kicking.
9-14 to 12-9. Margin is 13 points. It was 23 points at half-time. Here's Ruse, who took a spectacular mark earlier in the term. He goes to the outer side. It's all set up out there for Cameron. And he doesn't disappoint the Bulldog faithful. That was a spring-heeled jack leap. He goes down towards the pocket. And Reynolds, who's been lively on the forward line, takes a strong mark. Initially not in best position. So Reynolds inside the 50. He'll kick from about 45. This to pull it back to 7 points. They're good figures. Keenan Reynolds. Good looking attempt. It's a beauty. Top game this one. Reynolds gets his second. And the Bulldogs fight back.
7 points the margin. Under a minute remaining. A very important minute for both sides. A high kick by Elliott to the half-forward line. Pressure now on the Footscray defence. It's with Mark Hunter, who heads to the outer side. They could have the numbers here. Wallace could go over the top. Croft, he can run the boundary line. 70 metres out. Centres the kick. Delray's got to beat about 5 of them. He does have support in West. Runs out of room. Atkins at the bottom of the pack. Look at the desperation of that Fitzroy defence now as they lock it up. Under 30 seconds remaining. 7 points the margin. So it's going to come down to a big last quarter. Gale gets the hand pass out. Atkins taken off the football, but he recovers to try and push it wider for Delray. Claimed by Dundas. Gale and Dundas combined. They're out of trouble, the Lions. Time may beat them. Down towards full forward. It will. There's the siren for three-quarter time as Bernard Toohey clears. Three-quarter time at Princes Park. Fitzroy are 12-9, 81. Leading Footscray 10-14, 74. Both of these teams have a win apiece. It's 4th versus 8th on the ladder. And it's Fitzroy leading by 7 points. WYND has been sensational in the ruck. He's won the bulk of the big man's work. But no one can win it out of the middle, and Dennis Rich comes in to take another bounce. It was a fabulous third quarter. Footscray came back with 5 quick goals, but then Fitzroy showed their courage and answered the challenge. Liberatore at the bottom. The ball spills free from Armstrong. West shows dash. He may run into a problem or two here, but they've got the numbers. Who can score the first goal? Croft's got to beat a couple, including Paul Ruse. Stevens back on the ground, gets a hurried kick down towards centre wing. Gale couldn't take the mark. Now he's under pressure. Short kick by Mansfield, dribbles over the line. And a throw-in. The opening minute of the final quarter. WYND ambles across. Manson with his new club. Tries to palm with the right hand. Hurried kick by Broderick. Down towards the 50-metre line. Ellen comes to meet it. Started on the bench. He's had a few touches. Try a ball on McCarthy. Again, at the bottom of the pack is Matty Mansfield, and another bounce. Game's been played at a fierce pace right from the opening bounce, but this is the quarter you've got to win. Guard tries to affect the spoil, can't do so. Here's an opportunity for Fitzroy as McCarthy got away the hand pass. In towards full forward. Lynch trying to use the one hand, remove his opponent with the other. It's over the line. ALASTAIR Lynch has kicked a couple of goals, one in the first, one in the second quarter. It's in the Lions attacking zone now. Jimmy WYND taken out of it by Steve Wallace. Still in possession is Broderick. Now he loses it. He tries to paddle it wide. Is successful. Looking for Dunstan. Gets the hand pass away. Back to Broderick. High kick in towards full forward. No one can take a mark. And it's hammered defensively over the line for one behind. 12-10. Plays 10-14. Just a couple of kicks the difference.
8 points the margin. Tui going straight up the middle. WYND is the target. In from the side. Good mark is taken by Stanfield. I suppose it begs the question too, what impact the bye last week for Fitzroy? Will they run on? Will they be short of a gallop? Here's Kellett meantime, galloping down towards left half forward. Pursued by Armstrong. Kellett gets away to Croft on the 50, surrounded by Fitzroy players, brought down strongly by Baldwin. It comes to West, and West has put it out of bounds on the full in the left full forward pocket. Scott West wearing number 14 this afternoon. Some great big men have worn that number with distinction at Footscray. John Schultz, Barry Round, and a little man this afternoon with an opportunity there. Meantime, Seacamp and Hawkins getting involved. Back with the ball. Free kick around the outer side, off hands. Atkins forward of the wing, floats one back inside the attacking 50. Hawkins, was he taken high? Not according to the umpire. Still he goes, Hawkins tunnels it back. Del Rey now an opportunity, 35 metres out, has missed to the near side. He's taken one over that right eye. Just over 21 minutes remaining. 10-15. Play is 12-10. So the margin back to what it was at three-quarter time. Paul Roos issuing some instructions, as is this man, Broderick, who doesn't normally kick the ball into play. He's taking a long time. Lack of experience. He goes in short and finds Armstrong,
who plays on, sneaks away from Hawkins. Up towards centre wing and Roos. As we saw, took a sensational mark earlier in the day. It was the Paul Roos of old. But he's having a very good game. That one dropped short. Mark taken by Allen. Strongly built young man. Shane Allen from half back. Drifting it towards centre wing. Well, he wanted WYND. He's not going to find him. So again, Fitzroy able to hold it up. Seacamp to half forward. Could have almost been infringement. No, Allen again, playing on from the back. That's another poor kick. Another very poor kick. Broderick, 60 metres out. Broderick goes in towards Lynch. A little too far for him. He couldn't take the mark. Pressure now on the Footscray defence once again. Stanfield tries to get it out. He's successful. And they're out of trouble up towards centre wing and Wallace. Got to beat a couple. One of them is Jimmy WYND. Wallace still going. Takes it to Croft. Now Croft is clear. A couple of bounces over centre wing. Footscray to go to half forward. And this time a strong mark taken by Del Rey. 30 metres out, almost directly in front.
Set up beautifully here by Steve Wallace, working his way in front of Jimmy WYND to steal that ball. Danny Del Rey, who's had a good contest with Mark Zanotti. He's worn him very closely. Danny Del Rey has still been able to kick 2 goals 3. And from about 35, 40 metres out.
Worn him very closely, looking at that. An important kick. Straight through the middle. The Dogs are still barking.
Point the difference. WYND, half a chance, left it behind. Wallace down towards half forward. Roos with courage. He's at centre half back. He plays on to Broderick. Down towards left half back. Paul Broderick. Probing kick down towards half forward. McPherson read it best in the air. He's at right half back. Sends it back towards the wing. Croft. He's tried very hard this afternoon. Only a youngster. Long kick. Fitzroy have got the numbers 2 on 1. But Reynolds, a superb leap. Again.
Well, his performance has been outstanding since being moved to the forward line. He's taken 6 marks. He's had 18 possessions in stiff opposition. Paul Roos and Brett Stevens.
Both of whom were trying to mark. Reynolds kicking at his third. Good-looking effort too. They contest right on the goal line. Was it a cross? No. Off hands. Roos, the saviour. And the scores are level. So a tie last round. Essendon and Carlton. Will history repeat itself here this afternoon? Zanotti. Into Mines, goes short. Seacamp. Back to Zanotti. The obligatory bounce. He comes up towards centre half back. Still he goes. Feeds it out wide. This is Baldwin. Towards half forward. McCarthy out of position. Ellen did pretty well, but didn't hang on. Hunter is slung. Guard camps underneath it. Gee, I would have paid that mark. That's tough. He could do nothing else. Must have been close to 10 metres. The umpire will ball it up. The man stood there. He didn't take his eyes off the ball. Umpire made him earn it.
Fitzroy fans needing pretty strong hearts. Took till the last kick of the day before they beat Carlton. And this one could also go right down to the wire. Scores level. Ball in the centre of the ground. KOLYNIUK has it. Gets it across to Atkins for Footscray. Simon Atkins. Long hand pass. They're trying to set something up here. What can the Dogs do? A long kick in towards full forward it goes. Holding. Not paid. Not paid, Bernie. Play on is the call. WYND takes the hand pass from Zanotti and Fitzroy out of trouble. WYND bounces his way across half back and I think was heading for the boundary line. Steve McPherson will get there in time. He'll keep it in play only momentarily. WYND again. Still on centre wing. Gets away from Ellen. A high kick. Doesn't gather a lot of distance, but a strong mark taken by Tui. They're still on with it now, the Dogs. Wallace towards the 50-metre line. And again, the mark taken by Keenan Reynolds. In a similar spot as to where he took a screamer just a few minutes ago. He's too far out to score, but he'll centre it. Delray drops back. At the back is Hawkins. He's got to beat a couple of them. Leading was Seacamp as he was able to push it away. Armstrong caught one. He'll take it from the back pocket.
Matthew Armstrong decides to run it out. He comes up towards centre half back, goes for distance. Telling kick too, but ill-directed. McPherson goes back and takes the mark.
They're falling down across half forward, Fitzroy, in this last term.
82 points apiece. Still plenty of time. Ellen swings it out wide. Reynolds did well. Couldn't hang on, it fell in front. Stevens releases the ball to WYND, who boots it towards left half forward. Dunstan close to the boundary line. Stevens demanding the ball back, but somebody's right alongside him, a Footscray player, so Dunstan made the right decision. Boots it down towards the pocket and Gale. Footscray have got the numbers down there. Stanfield to McPherson. Lays it off. This is Mansfield. Feigns a hand pass. Has a bounce. Up towards centre half back. Boots towards half forward. Roos uncontested. Paul Roos just inside the centre square defensively for the Lions. Scores a level. Roos squares the ball. Zanotti. He'll have it on the wing. Confronted out there by Hawkins, who stays off him. Zanotti then proceeds to kick it across towards Armstrong. It was one of two number 14s. Luckily for him, Armstrong took the mark. Boots down towards centre half forward. WYND goes up, trying to crash his way through his guard. It was wrenched out of his hands by McPherson. Taken by Tui to Mansfield. Mansfield goes looking for Wallace, who slipped. Bad luck for the Dogs. Baldwin gets it to McCarthy, measures it, kicks, and kicks truly. Well, it came down to a slip for Wallace. The third goal for McCarthy.
It's like a grand final here at Princes Park. A seesawing struggle, a desperate game. The Dogs trying to come back. Croft goes long with a penetrating kick to the forward line, and Delray takes the mark. Goal for goal. Danny Delray has kicked 3.
Oh,
KOLYNIUK caught. He's lost it.
well,
And Danny puts his hands on his knees and says, what have I done? What have I done?
well, Danny, really, he should be having a shot from 40 metres.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. There's a free kick. KOLYNIUK, a great tackle from Zanotti. I think Danny's just lost a little bit of confidence in his kicking this afternoon.
Zanotti heads to the outer side and finds Armstrong. Suddenly Fitzroy out of trouble for the moment. McPherson. It's a favourable bounce. They need the next goal, Footscray, if they're going to have a chance. High floating kick in towards the middle. Ruse caught from behind, but he affects the spoil. And Dennis Rich comes in for a bounce. Under 14.5 minutes remaining. 6 points the margin. On a warm day, going to be very tight at the end of this game. Atkins out to Wallace. They're still going. Ellen. High kick by the youngster to full forward. Zanotti. Delray. Liberatore in the pocket. What can little Libber, the Brownlow champ, do? He's got caught. Look at the desperation of that Fitzroy defence. The throw in the Dogs' right forward pocket.
He saved them last week, Libbers, with 4 great goals against Melbourne.
Gard's been terrific today for the Lions. 16 possessions, but that time just pushing it out of bounds. And now there's going to be a free kick for a high tackle. It'll be taken by Croft.
He's been
Goal
quite
here.
lively, hasn't he, Dennis, across half forward?
He's done very well.
He's had Paul Ruse as his direct opponent, but he still had plenty of the ball himself. Paul Ruse playing, well, he's that loose man really across half back. Paul Ruse 15 and 12, and Matthew Croft has had 12 kicks and 2 hand passes, 7 marks.
This will tie it up again. Just over 13 minutes remaining in the contest. Croft from about 35 metres has kicked it. His first goal, 88 points apiece, 13-10 to 12-16.
Scores level at Princes Park. Peter Cameron asks them to play on. Satori gets a high kick down towards the half-forward line. The pack is there. Offhand Stevens, 40 metres, into the pocket. Michael Dunstan covered himself in glory not so long ago when he had the last kick of the day to beat Carlton. Michael Dunstan can again put his side in front.
This is usually very reliable with the set shots. He's missed 2 on the run today.
Well, he turns 22 on Monday. It'll be a lovely birthday present for him. Could still be a very important point. 13-11 is 12-16. Under 12 minutes remaining, so there's power of time left for either one of these very courageous sides to pull off a thrilling victory. Mansfield. Wine. Not paid the mark. I think now he may ask the question.
Well, it wasn't marks, Andy. Conditions such as these, you must really control it.
Big man wins it with the left hand. Atkins, well tackled. The tackling's been a feature of this game. Atkins and Armstrong. Matthew Armstrong playing his 92nd game. So a big milestone for him coming up in a couple of months if he can maintain his fitness. West. Hustled so much he's lost the football. Look at Liberatore working hard at the bottom. Sock it off the ground. Baldwin. They missed him. He's still going, Baldwin. Down into the pocket, he sees it over the line.
Lucky they did miss him.
Yes.
It was just a blur, wasn't it? Coming out from the forward line there for Footscray.
Satori tries to pluck it out of the air. Croft comes in over the top of Paul Broderick, and another bounce will take place.
A point the difference, the Lions lead. That breeze is backed around a little bit. It's going more directly down the ground, but Not a lot of it. Any advantages with the Lions now. This is Dundas. Well done, still he goes. Wynd boots it towards the wing, and Lynch on the lead. Drops the mark. Time to recover. Alistair Lynch towards the 50. Out comes Manson. Terrible bounce for him. Tui now. Forward of half back. Down towards half forward. What can Reynolds do this time? Another spectacular leap, not paid. McCarthy got it to Wynd. Back inside the 50, pushing the back surely. And Tui will get the free. Advantage is paid. And they run it out. This is Ellen, who got it from Hunter. Reynolds once more. A real live wire on the forward line. Goes to KOLYNIUK just outside the 50 in the shadows of the stand. KOLYNIUK with his side trailing by a point. Goes for the kickoff line. Good looking kick too. He set it up for Delray down there. Zanotti gets back. Punches towards the boundary line defiantly. It's taken by Dundas, who runs it across the line on the defensive 50. Dundas and Delray get involved.
And Manson off for Fitzroy. He's been replaced by CAVEN.
So Robert Shaw wants more mobility, and now a free kick as a result of a skirmish out there, and it's gone to Armstrong. Short to Satori, over the top to Roos. They need to watch him carefully. Roos just behind the centre circle. 89 to 88. 9 minutes remaining in the game. Towards half forward. Ellen misses it with Dash McPherson. Atkins slides in. Still he goes, Atkins. Robbed of it though. Broderick at close quarters to Stevens. Oh, courageous mark, Elliott.
65 metres out. Directly in front. He's going to charge them to full forward with a long drop punt. A mark taken by Gale, who was under plenty of pressure. Through for one behind. 2 points now. Terry Wheeler sees his side just 2 points down at the moment. Tui. Long kick. Lions have the numbers. Lynch has the football. Plays on quickly. Fitzroy holding it at the moment. The veteran Stevens goes back again. The long kick by Armstrong. Deep in towards the forward zone and over the pack for another behind.
Beautiful long kick, wasn't it, from Matthew Armstrong. 55 metres out, just touched on the goal line.
3 points. Under 8 minutes remaining. Tui again. Straight down the middle. Liberatore. Off to Atkins, was held. Play goes on. West applies a very good tackle. This time he is rewarded. To half forward, he had a couple of options there. I think it was Cameron who slipped. But Barry Stanfield has the opportunity now of regaining the lead for the Dogs.
Stanfield's played a lot of football on the forward line, especially in the under-18s at junior level. He played most of his early football at centre-half forward, in fact, so he would have had plenty of shots at goal.
He's directly in front. It's a drop punt. Goal umpire making plenty of ground, but he says it's okay. The Dogs are back in front.
Lynch on the ball, outrucked by Wynd. Atkins had it, then lost it. It spills across to Wallace, who boots it down towards half forward, and guard does very well again. Or is it CAVEN down there? It's CAVEN this time. Up from the back pocket towards the wing. Lynch went hard at that ball, and as a result took the mark on his chest. Plays on. Kicks inside the 50. The Sun a problem. Satori is down there with Tui. It comes behind the pair of them. Bouncing around, eventually McPherson, who had a crack at it, came back and found it. Goes to the middle and west. Runners outside. Atkins, his 30th possession, down towards half forward. In front, it's missed by Morris. He goes after it. KOLYNIUK's got it now. In trouble. Stevens lays it off back to Morris. Morris across the ground. Wallace favoured by the kick. He takes the mark on his chest. Right half forward. Delray is on for the short one. He's got it inside the 50, hard against the boundary line. His kicking hasn't been all that confident all day. Can he manufacture something here? Peter Cameron comes across to set the angle.
This will test him, I think, Dennis. And we'll kick this from about 55 metres. Probably too far, I'd say.
This could inspire a victory. It'll make the margin 9 points if he kicks a goal. He's missed to the near side. Not by much. So the margin now is 4 points. Footscray lead.
It's 3 goals 4. Sorry, Sandy. 3 goals 4 to Danny Del Rey.
Plenty of time. As you can see, just under 5.5 minutes remaining. Zanotti, Caven on the defensive 50-metre line. Thought about the hand pass to the player going past. Now he wants his skipper. Del Rey. Centering kick for his ruckman. The Brownlow medalists on centre wing. Wine sending the Dogs to half forward. And it's a mark. Croft has taken a good mark. Just inside 50. And Matthew Croft, who kicked a goal earlier in this quarter, has the chance to stretch the Bulldogs' lead. 14th kick.
Caven's had a tough day.
Croft from 50 metres. Away! He sprays it to the right. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, that's an ordinary kick. Just a little bit further out. Tried a little bit harder on that occasion for distance and sprayed it.
Zanotti takes it from Brad Stevens with his 13th kick. Brings it back into play. And finds Jeremy Gard. Tucked in the back pocket. Now it's the Lions who must score to regain the lead. Roos waits at the back. It doesn't come his way. Atkins is down in front. Leon Cameron is built like a splinter, but he gets it away to Wallace. A high kick, a centering kick. Where are the Flyers? They all flew, but it's a Footscray mark at the bottom of the pack, showing all the experience is skipper Dougie Hawkins.
Oh, what a mark, Dougie. He put his body in front. It looked as though, I think it was Morris or Guard coming over the back, had the sit, and should have been able to affect the spoil. And there is an excellent mark to Dougie Hawkins. He's been very quiet.
Yes, he's had only a couple of marks today and only 5 kicks, Bernie.
But this probably his most important kick.
Certainly is. The Hawk goals, and the Dogs go further ahead.
Well, they've kept on coming, and reward for that effort. It looks like they'll get the 4 points, just over 3 minutes remaining, and Footscray are running on slightly the better. West gets a hand pass out. No, in fact, it was a throw. Free kick here to Broderick. The Lions desperate for the next goal, and quickly as Broderick sends it long down towards half forward. Tui knocks away from behind. Good policy. Guard the hurried kick into open space. It's Hunter and Dunstan. Hunter looking for the boundary line. Keller tries to go off the ground. Stevens put his head down, and he's going to get a free kick. Well, he's a bit lucky there.
Why is that? If you've got your head down picking up the ball, you can't charge in and belt a bloke around the shoulders or the head, Dennis.
I thought he was controlling the ball, but regardless, he got the free, and Liberatore goes back and slides it through for a behind, making a concession down there. And now a bit happening close to the fence. Mansfield's got Dundas, and Dundas is responding in kind.
I'd worry more about the scoreboard at the moment because there's only just over 2 minutes remaining.
101 to 92. Footscray in front. A terrific performance by the Bulldogs. Various times today, all but gone. And they've resurrected themselves. McPherson puts it virtually straight down the middle. McCarthy was up to fist away. Liberatore, like a cork in the ocean. Brilliantly done. Bob to his feet, booted it wide and runs it out of bounds. And the clock continues to run. It goes under 2 minutes now. The margin 9 points. Footscray lead. And they trailed at every change today by 20 points at quarter time, 23 at the half and 7 at 3/4. This is Matthews up towards the wing. 1 minute and 3/4 to go. He centers the ball to Morris. Now Morris. Long bomb towards half forward. Tui in best position. Couldn't hang on. McPherson sockers it out wide. West and Gale. West, the younger man, close to the boundary line. Gale does well, hooks it wide, and it will be thrown in. 14-17 Footscray. Fitzroy 13-14.
Under a minute 20 left. Here's the throw in. Atkins stands his ground. Fitzroy need the next goal, and they need it very, very smartly. They've got the chance through Dundas. Down towards half forward. Lynch has taken the mark. 40 metres out. 45-degree angle.
And the clock doesn't stop here, of course, Sandy. Yes, it does, because the umpire has called time on.
ALASTAIR Lynch. He needs a goal if they're to have any faint chance, and he's got it. 32 seconds remaining. Who can win it out of the centre? That's what's going to win this game of football. It's down towards Fitzroy's zone. Beautiful smother. That was Armstrong. Now Seacamp towards Lynch. But he can't get there in time. It races over the line in the right forward pocket. He asked the question, was I being held? 14 seconds remaining. Robert Shaw looks pensive.
Oh, the clock shouldn't have stopped there.
That's right.
It should not have stopped.
Well, it has. Roos wins it. It's off again now. Leon Cameron has had a patchy day. McPherson over the line. That could be it for the gallant Lions. Victory to Footscray, who've come from behind in a marvellous struggle here at Princes Park. One must feel very sorry for the Fitzroy club, who led by 20 points at quarter time. They stretched it to 23 by half time, and some serious questions were being asked about Footscray. But the Dogs, the boys from the West, have come out and they've answered those questions in the second half to pull off a most exciting victory. The final scoreline here at Princes Park shows Footscray 14-17, 101, beating a gallant Fitzroy 14-14, 98.